Hey everybody, Aaron Cowan with Sage Dynamics for Kenzie's Optics. We're going to be doing a series of videos on just good advice from a professional standpoint, from an experience standpoint, on good aftermarket accessories for your firearms, for personal protection, duty carry, and home defense. One of the hottest topics right now is pistol optics. A lot of people are making the transition to pistol optics because really it is the most natural, most intuitive way to shoot any firearm, but especially the handgun. It gives us a lot of great advantages. But then the question becomes, which optic do I choose? There's a lot of good choices out there, but there's a lot of optics out there that may not necessarily fit your needs for the price point as far as durability, function, serviceability, or features are concerned. So my advice, I have a few optics that I recommend. We're going to run through those really quick. Trijicon RMR is the standard. There are optics that arguably provide better performance and some provide worse performance, but I consider the RMR to be the bar. That's the standard. Multiple dot sizes are available. I recommend either the 3.25 or the 1 MOA. They're also the only pistol optic company that offers a 1 MOA dot. For a newer shooter getting into red dots, 1 MOA might be a little too small because it makes the sight picture seem a little bit busier. But the RMR is excellent. One of the drawbacks to the RMR is you have to remove it from the firearm to change the battery, and that can become problematic depending on if you mounted it properly or not, which we're going to do a video separately on that very topic. But the RMR provides a very consistent dot. It has a good Maglin lens, an excellent emitter, and the durability is without question. I've got RMRs. If you check out my actual YouTube channel, you'll see I've got RMRs with 20,000 rounds on them that have taken an unrealistic amount of abuse and keep right on ticking. And other than some cosmetic marring on the body, the optic is functionally fine. A relatively newer company, Holosun, they offer a couple of different models that I would highly recommend. The 508, which is an open emitter. They also have the 509T, which is an enclosed emitter. Most optics, as we get into our probably third generation of pistol optics, are starting to go enclosed emitter. Some people, enclosed emitter is a must-have because of weather concerns. So if you're carrying one for duty purposes or open carry, any kind of outdoor environment like that, the enclosed emitter does make more sense. However, you can still get a lot done with proper care with a open emitter optic. The 508 is great. It's 2 MOA dot. It has a user selectable segmented circle as well, so you have a bigger reticle. Some newer shooters find that very useful. Battery life, just like the RMR, is going to be well over a year, and with the newer generation of Holosuns, the optic does not have to be removed in order to change that battery. It's also dual power. It can either run off of solar or it can run off of a battery power, so you have that option as well. Definitely worth an honorable mention, Aimpoint, the Acro P2. While it is relatively new, I have a lot of time with the previous generation, the Acro P1, and they didn't make any significant changes from the 1 to the 2 other than battery. And there's some aesthetic design, the buttons are in slightly different places, but I expect nothing less than Aimpoint's venerable and expected durability with the Acro P2. It only comes in 1 dot size, like some optics do, many optics do. And of course there's the Leupold DeltaPoint Pro. Personally, I would not choose the DeltaPoint Pro for duty carry, but for concealed carry, for home defense, it is an excellent choice. It has a really clean, really crisp dot inside in a spherical lens. Because they chose a spherical lens, it doesn't tend to be as durable as some of the optics out there, so it would be a buyer beware situation. So that's my advice on, again, I didn't mention everybody, but I did mention the optics that I would personally choose, I would personally recommend for concealed carry, home defense, personal defense, and for duty carry. I'm Aaron Cowan with Sage Dynamics for Kenzie's Optics. Train accordingly.